said goodbye. Well, I rode a streak of lightning on the night you said goodbye. Well, if I never make it, baby, you can't say I didn't try. Well, I'm gonna hit that highway, they call Highway 95. Well, I'm gonna hit that highway, they call Highway 95. Well, I'll cruise back to you, baby, I'll make your heart come alive.
Good evening. Welcome to Fast 29's coverage of the USORL AlphaTauri Cup Series action tonight at Dover for the TWB 200 presented by Autism Speaks. Chris Pickett, good to be with you this evening. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. I hope it's a little bit cooler than where it is here right now because it has been blazing hot, and that's why I have shorter hair than what you saw last night during the truck race. With me tonight is Dan Asher, back from a little bit of a sickness from last week. Dan, how you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing great.
Good to finally hear your sweet voice again. So that's going to be awesome tonight. We're going to have some fun tonight.
Very annoying.
It could be. Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. So good to have everybody with us. It's going to be a fun night tonight. This is going to be our last broadcast for the Cup Series for Season 8. JTN's got the finale next week, but we're looking forward to having some good time tonight. A lot of cool stuff that you'll be seeing tonight with this broadcast, so I hope you enjoy it tonight. So we're going to start off, first of all, with where everybody's standing right now in the standings with 2 races left in the season. Right now, we got Davey Hazard sitting at 337 points. Darren Ingram sitting back 31. Huang Do 36. Those 3 drivers are the only ones that are still mathematically eligible for the championship at this point. From Noah Joyce on down, they're just fighting for 4th on back. I think Noah's pretty well locked into that spot. It's going to take probably some help from him to get Antonio a little bit closer, but there's a pretty good log jam between 5th through 8th, pretty much. Any one of those guys can finish in the top 5, so it's going to be pretty exciting to see how this goes over the next couple of races. All right, we're going to go ahead and go out to the track, see how things are going. Got about 11 minutes left in practice right now. Might be playing with a little bit of the graphics here for a minute, so just bear with me here. Following the Wing Pegasus Mobile 1 Toyota Camry for Steven Merzlak around the track right now. I don't know why it did that. We jump back to that screen again. Yeah, we got a little bit of a glitch here, so let me back out real quick, and I'll be right back. Sorry about that, everybody. We'll be right back. Okay, there we go. We're back now. Sorry about that. Not for sure what NR was trying to do there, but it just wouldn't let me click through the cars here. So now we're good to go. There's Antonio Ruiz rolling out on the track in turn 2. Sean Whitehill rolling past on the outside along with Dewey Schramm.
Miles, the monster has been feasting during practice.
They have. We've had several cars end up on their lid doing their best Jeb Burton impersonations tonight.
We've had probably at least 30 backup cars rolled out tonight. Probably approaching $1 billion worth of damages in cars alone, and in catch fence repairs, we're probably looking at a couple $1,000.
Not to mention pain and suffering lawsuits. It's getting real out there. Currently, we got Jeff Dixon at the top of the board with a 21.3. Darren Ingram with a 21.4. Noah Joyce with a 21.41. Pretty tight field back to about 7th place, all separated by less than 1/10 of a second. So that's going to mean that mistakes are going to be needing to be at a minimum to stay up front. You might see a familiar name rolling across the standings there at the back of the field. Kind of concerned about that, Dan. I'm not for sure what you were doing out there, but I think I have an idea.
Well, the weather in Dover has been pretty rainy, so we haven't been able to get a segment recorded for our Around the Track. So we're just going to do it live, folks.
We're going to do it live. There it is. There's the high point, number 26 on the pit lane right now.
Sitting in my pit box. All right. I'm going to take you around Dover 2, maybe 3 times.
I'm scared.
First, what we're going to do is we're going to go an excessively high speed down pit road.
That is a key to a good lap.
Yes. Merge up on track, purely ignoring any oncoming traffic. I should also mention I'm keyboard warrioring this. Garrett Sidnor way.
I'm scared.
Car's really tight, really slow. As you can see, I'm getting passed by Sean Whitehill.
There he goes. We're actually on board on your roof right now, watching you go around the track.
Kwang Do coming up behind me. Hey, it's toying with me. Oh God.
Oh no! Trouble!
Oh no! Oh.
Dan, talk to us. You all right, buddy? Oh no! Look at that! As Dewey Schramm slides under you and takes out Henrietta. Oh no!
That 29 is not liable for any damages caused to the track or to team's equipment. What a disgusting act by Kwang Do.
Yeah, we pretty much are going to be having to send the check for that repair to him on that one. That was pretty blatant there. We're going to have to go back and we're going to take a look at that real quick. Since we don't get a chance to really do this very often, let's go back and take a look and see exactly what happened to my booth mate here. Going down into Hong's laughing on the scanner right now. So this is going down into turn 3. And you can see the 01 pretty much right on his butt going into that corner. Midway through, Dan sliding up, and Hong decides to say, "Yeah, so am I." And, oh my goodness, he ended up through your window net there.
I was just.
Oh my goodness, they both end up. What a wreck! Oh my goodness. Wow. That's some big damage.
They finally extracted my car from the fence.
Watch Dewey just slide right underneath you there at the end. All right. Enough of that crap.
I want to thank the AMR safety crew for putting their lives on the line while practice was ongoing to get me out of the car and car dislodged from the catch fence.
I'm also very impressed with the fact that I was impressed with the fact that they kept it under green the entire time as well. That was pretty impressive.
The AMR safety team are truly the heroes.
They did not give a crud. Oh, goodness. Good time here.
I heard we have a special video that's going to be playing during qualifying.
Yes, you guys will be very excited to see that later on. A special Dan's Deets segment that'll be coming up during qualifying. That's a good place for it. I didn't think about that. Good job, Dan.
Chris,
what?
I don't remember recording a Dan's Deets.
No, this is a little bit of a surprise for you as well. Yeah, so you're going to be quite entertained by that, I'm hoping.
Well, how about we go ahead and get our paint scheme of the week out of it?
Let's go ahead and do that. All right, scheme of the race, Dan, go ahead.
Well, I promised myself I wouldn't do duplicate winner, but I am going to give a shout out to Sean Whitehill for bringing back his beautiful Cincinnati Incorporated car. One of the most stunning looking cars on track. Color combination of that red, black, and white, just beautiful. And I also want to give a shout out to the one of Steven Merzlag. Really, the only reason he's not winning the award this week is because I gave Sean Whitehill the award for running a scheme just like this, except it was black instead of blue. So I feel doing basically the same scheme twice in a row is a bit unfair. So with that being said, the real winner of Scheme of the Week, who is not on track right now.
Of course he's not on track. As we're looking from the tower cam in turn 1. The 57-hour energy tower cam. Yes.
Patiently waiting. Patiently waiting.
I'll give you a hint. He's sitting 12th in the standings right now, if that helps. He just went across the ticker.
Impatient.
Do we need to drag his butt back on pit road?
Might have to. Patience.
Patience.
Patience. We do this live, folks.
We do.
It doesn't go according to plan every time. Patience. Patience.
He's probably eating what's on his car right now, and that's what's slowing us up here.
Well, how about them Bears?
The Bears. Of all teams, you chose the Bears.
Yeah. How about them Bears?
Well, we lost some defense. I know that. So, yeah, I don't know how that's going to work. You kind of need that. You also need a quarterback. And pretty much every other player that plays. So, it's kind of going to be kind of a hard season, I think, for them.
Well, on the plus side, you don't have Trubisky anymore.
No. And for those of you who follow Twitter with Madden 23's ratings coming out, Mitch Trubisky's player ratings came out, and he is 69.
Yeah, boy.
That's not the response to that.
His rating is 69, and they don't call him Mitch Kissing Titties for nothing.
Oh, my Lord. Good Lord. We better go. Qualifying coming up.
All right. I think we might have to rewind the footage.
We will have to rewind the footage. I'll tell you what. We're going to go ahead and run the Dan's Deets segment as qualifying starts, and when we come back, we will get the scheme of the race up for you. So have fun.
We'll show it during happy hour.
That'll work. Here's Dan's Deets for this week.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. I don't know what to do for the intro. Like I had an idea for Bristol, but I don't know, man. I just want to know if Scott Riggs is actually second in this clip. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson Speedway. Got round 2 of the USORL Alpha Cut.
Welcome back to Fast 29's USORL AlphaTauri Cup Series. Qualifying is over for the TWB 200. Noah Joyce gets the pole tonight with a 21.216. Tommy Bordeaux alongside with a 21.336. Steven Merzlak 21.346. Huang Do 21.367. Darren Ingram with a 21.391. You can see the rest of the lineup there. The guys that did not run laps tonight were Davey Hazard, the points leader. He will start 13th. And Jeff Dixon will start 14th.
So, Chris,
What's up?
of all of the bloopers,
Yeah.
how did you manage to just narrow it down to those?
That's all the ones that I saved. So, pretty simple. That's all I had.
That is true. We weren't really ready for the embarrassment that was Dan's Dietz of Bristol.
Oh, goodness. We were not prepared for that, and yeah, it would have been epic to have those. That was the first one that we did, and the bloopers from that were pretty epic. So I just realized we still have the scheme of the race up, and is our scheme of the race on the track? Yes, he is wrecking in turn 3. There he is. Go ahead, Dan.
All right. Well, it looks like his chocolate is melted, but Austin Spencer in the number 13 Dove car, chocolate car, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I believe, I might be wrong on this. I believe that car was designed and painted by Steven Merzlak, who owns Apex Designs. Check them out on Twitter.
I believe you're right on that. Yeah, very good car. Very good.
Beautiful
Smooth
job.
as Dove chocolate right there.
Smooth as Dove chocolate.
Beautiful ride. Well done, Steven, if you did actually paint that. We'll have to get clarification on that, but we're about 99% sure.
I know that they're on the same team, so I'm pretty sure Steven made that. Speaking of Steven, he's right behind the
Right
13.
behind him, yes. All right, we got about, I don't have my countdown up there at the top of the screen. I apologize, but we've got about 10 minutes left in happy hour here. And around he goes in the front stretch.
We got 10 minutes to kill here. Let's talk about how these drivers have
Oh,
ran here.
big crash in turn 1.
Goodness.
Oh, my goodness. Huang Do into above the catch fence in turn 1. Well, I really hope this is not a sign of things to come tonight, because I could really use going to bed a little bit earlier tonight than I did last night.
On the plus side, if we have many crashes like that, the field seems to be a bit small, so
We do have that advantage tonight.
we'll wipe them out pretty quickly.
Absolutely.
All right. So let's talk about some of these playoff drivers.
Yes.
I was looking to see if he was on track. He's not. But in fact, he's not turned a lap in happy hour. Okay. So the biggest surprise to me of the playoffs is the absolute in our pre-chase segment before the playoffs started, we went through and ranked each driver based on like how big of a threat they were. And we talked about Tommy Bordeaux and how he was a championship threat, but he was very boom or bust. And he has been bust like every single playoff race. And I did not see that coming at all.
Yeah. He missed a couple of races too, I believe. Kinda sprinkled in there too.
I expected him to be up there winning races, and he has just not been a factor at all. And that's been a total shock.
I believe he's sitting 14th, I believe, in points right now. No, not 14th. That's last. I think he's like
13th, 12th.
He's toward the back, yes. I know Garrett Sidnor, who won last week at Kansas, he is last. And then Mikey was in front of him. Just off the top of my head. He's in the top 10, I believe, but barely, if I remember right. Maybe
Mikey
right
and Garrett have missed quite a few races in the playoffs.
Which was expected for Garrett.
Expected for Garrett, a bit surprising for Mikey. Not sure what's going on there, but I'm sure he'll be back for next season, raring to go.
Real quick, we want to give a shout out to DJ Harris, one of the playoff drivers. He's watching tonight. he also gave us confirmation that, yes, that was Steven's scheme on the 13.
Thank you, DJ. A guy at the top of the board of happy hour right now, Antonio Ruiz.
He's been strong.
Points right now.
He has been strong so far in these practice sessions. He was up at the top of the board a little bit during regular practice. He is qualified.
I expected Antonio to kind of be 10th or lower at the end of the chase. And if he manages to pull off a top 5 points finish, then that might as well be a championship for
that'll be huge for him. Absolutely. He got his first win at Indianapolis earlier this season. That will be a huge boom for that car and that driver. Again, our resident track architect done a lot of work on all these tracks that you see on Fast 29 here in JTN. Especially a few of the little nuances that you might see around the track tonight, such as
looks like the drivers are doing a mock restart.
I did see that. We're watching Zach Webster right now, but yes, we are seeing that on the front stretch. There they go into turn 1, and around goes Dewey Schramm. So we at least get a little bit of practice. Oh, as Zach Krastowski comes down and hits Jeff Dixon there. Everybody else floored it through there like coal.
Talking about more playoff drivers, I think Zach Krastowski's had probably the worst luck of any playoff driver I've seen. It just seems like no matter where he's running or how good or bad he's doing, something has to happen to either make his night worse or ruin the race altogether for him.
Yeah, you saw that last week at Kansas. If you joined us there, he kind of got down on the apron through the tri-oval early in the race and spun out in turn 1, and then later on had a self-spin by himself and ended up against the wall off of 2, and that ended his night. So it's just been one of those deals where, yeah, if it's going to happen, it's happened to that 4-car.
Davey Hazard, obviously class of the chase so far. Really not much to say there. Just
big crash in turn 4 as everybody brake checked. I think we've got. We're going to probably have to back out and come back in because apparently there's going to be a new scheme for the 57 that we'll have to grab. There he is on pit road, and that's not
scanner is lighting up right now.
I'm not for sure what happened there. I don't know what's going on in the scanner right now, but yeah.
Anyways, Davey Hazard, class of the playoffs so far.
Definitely.
It's gonna take catastrophic races for him to lose this title.
I agree.
And the only other guys who have been in contention, like, shout out to Noah Joyce. He's done great, been very consistent, just has had a couple bad races that's taken him out of contention. And then there's Huang Do and Darren Ingram. They had one of the best battles I've seen at Nashville Fairgrounds a couple weeks ago. If we had a highlight video of that, we could replay the entire last 20 laps. It was insane. In my opinion, I believe Huang should have won that race. I feel Darren drove a little dirty in a way. The defensive driving, but some of his moves were just a little too much. And if I was in Huang's position, I definitely would have dumped him a lot sooner than what Huang attempted to do. And Huang did put the bumper to him and got the lead for about 5 seconds, and then Darren overcorrected and hooked Huang. And they both spun around and did a 360 and kept going, battling for the lead. And that was with like 3 to go.
You know, you reminded me of something you asked me to do, and that was make a highlight video for Nashville.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Maybe next season. Sorry.
But Darren and Huang, outside of Davey, have been the two most consistent drivers. And if they can... I fully expect them to be up there battling for the win tonight.
Another thing that we need to also notice and focus on, too, is the fact that the spoiler in these last playoff races has been the driver of that 80 car.
It has.
And that's
Tyler Mallon.
You take his
Tyler
wins
Mallon
out.
his return.
Yeah, you take those wins out of Tyler there. If he was, well, let's put it this way: if he was in the playoffs right now, he would be probably neck and neck with Davey right now if he was in the playoffs with all those wins. But you take those wins out, and you probably got a little bit of a different point situation than what we have right now. Because I know Darren has finished second at least twice to Tyler. I think Davey has a second to him as well during the playoffs. So you give those wins to those guys, and we might have a little bit of a closer championship battle than what we've got now.
Probably.
And I have noticed that the 80's not on track tonight, so I don't know if he's going to be
Tyler's not here tonight. That's correct. So no playoff spoiler, potentially.
I believe there's only, 2 drivers tonight? Maybe 3. Yeah, 3 drivers tonight that are not in the championship playoffs. So I believe it's Dewey, Henrietta, and Austin.
Dewey, Henrietta, Austin, Steven, and
I forgot about Steven. He's always up front. I keep on thinking he's in the championship. I apologize. He ran part-time this season.
Steven could play spoiler.
Absolutely. He's sitting fifth in the speeds at the moment in happy hour. Quick rundown of that. Antonio Ruiz is on the top of the board right now with a 21.41. He's been sneaky, quietly good during these practice sessions here tonight. Noah Joyce.
Going back to what I wanted to talk about with Antonio before the scanner lit up.
Yes. Forgot about that.
At the start of the year, he was back marker, not really up to speed with the pack, and I ran a few races, and I'm not a good sim racer by any means, but he was right around me, like 3 laps down every race. And then he just, I don't know if he found his groove or if he had driving training from someone or what, but he turned it up and his results kept getting better, and then he won at Indianapolis. And
exciting finish in Indianapolis.
Two races left in the season, and he's looking at a top 5 points finish potentially.
Yes, definitely. He's got a very good shot at it. Well, we are actually getting ready to start this bad boy, so let's go ahead and get this show on the road.
I will say, I believe Antonio Ruiz should get an award for most improved driver.
I agree. We're going to let Blake handle it now. Let's go.
Guess we got a little off track, but love knows a way back through the storms and pouring rain. Got my hands on the wheel and I'm flying, heartbeat loud as the thunder rolls, riding in on a stampede of lightning. I'm bringing back the sunshine, bringing back the sunshine. Baby, it's about time. Oh, bring it back. Oh, yeah.
All right, we are live here at Dover. Sorry we missed the start there, but it was a clean start. Noah Joyce leading currently over Steven Merzlak going into turn 1.
Mike, go!
Caution, turn 2.
Tommy Bordeaux with quite possibly the save of the year, but the stack up it created. Austin Spencer got some damage. Henrietta Bordeaux involved.
Trying to get some things situated here. We apologize here.
Dewey Schramm involved. Antonio. Webster. Jeff. Whitehill. This is something we forgot to talk about during practice. Like the classic Dover big one.
Happened
the wrecks
early.
happen and they naturally sweep down the track. And
so we apologize. We do not have Tommy's car for some reason, so he's going to be in this really ugly leprechaun-looking car tonight, so I apologize for that. But here's what happened going down. Starts in turn 1 with him. He gets loose in turn 1, just never can get it under control. Zach Krastowski right on him. Gets down on the apron. And then off turn 2 here, everybody's kind of reacting behind him. Austin Spencer gets loose. Dewey Schramm and Henrietta take evasive action and go around. Jeff Dixon gets turned around by Zach Webster. Sean Whitehill goes down, hits the inside wall. So definitely an early calamity here at Dover. Pit stops, lap 4. Looks like Steve Merzlak's going to win the race off pit road. Noah Joyce second. Huang Do. Austin Spencer somehow comes out 4th, and he was involved in that wreck, so that's interesting. Tommy Bordeaux comes out 5th. So Spencer shouldn't have too much damage.
Comes off pit road, we're going to take a very short break for station identification here on the Fast 29 network.
All right, back to live action here.
Hey, Chris Pickett here with Fast 29. You liking what you're seeing right now?
What did you do?
It's been a night already. Here we go. Green flag back in the air. Darren Ingram takes him down to turn 1. I love when I push the wrong button and random commercials play.
Let's go.
Oh, goodness, what a night so far.
Just call us Fox.
Pretty much at this point. We missed the start of the race. Missed the big wreck on the backstretch live. It's going great. Teammates down off turn 4. Darren Ingram with Noah Joyce right on his bumper off turn 4. Steve Merzlak right there and Hunting.
I'm watching this battle from the 57-hour energy tower cam.
We might show a little bit of that later on. Steve Merzlak tried to take a look to the inside.
Oh,
Huang Do into the outside
Steven
wall in
just
turn 1. He's got wall glue. He's stuck up there. Like Merzlak was trying to slide up a little bit.
Good to go.
Yep, he's back to the back of the pack. Everything's good. Stay green. Noah Joyce takes a peek to the inside of Darren Ingram. Battle for the lead down to turn 1.
Noah's long overdue for one of these.
Merzlak trying to work that outside line, but the line's going underneath him. Hazard comes to third. Austin Spencer got a little loose off turn 2. And again, I apologize, Tommy Bordeaux. We will try to get that car file fixed if we get another yellow later on.
Noah Joyce opening up the gap a little bit. Hazard clear for second. Merzlak filling up the hole.
Oh, Spencer around in turn 1. Caution's out.
Oh!
Big crash, turn 2.
There was nothing Henrietta could have done there. She tried slowing up, and the car just immediately broke sideways.
Again, I don't know what is happening to the stuff, but it's just not working right tonight. I apologize. Let's see if we can grab a replay here of what happened in turn 1. We saw Spencer get loose going into turn 1. Oh, it looks like, this is going to be bad for Antonio Ruiz, it looks like. Down at turn 1. So this is Antonio behind Austin Spencer and Tommy Bordeaux. Spencer gets loose. Antonio Ruiz had nowhere to go, hits the outside wall hard. Dewey Schramm just barely misses him as he slides in, but then Henrietta Bordeaux comes sliding in and slams him hard in the side. A lot of damage to both those cars. Not for sure how well. Yeah, it sounds like the 11's done. Unfortunate. Pit stops on lap 12 coming to 13.
Did you call that the commentator's curse on Antonio? We talked about him quite a bit pre-race and his race. Two wrecks, 2 cautions, 2 wrecks out of the race.
Well, I do have to say JTN jinxed me at Topeka. So
our bad, Antonio, and he is officially retired from the event.
Sounded like it was a black flag for Darren Ingram, but this is a track situation, so they're going to clear it. Evidently, there's a spot on the track coming off the pit lane that's triggering a black flag. So there's, I guess, a segment of the track that's not exact. Apologize about that, everybody. I think we're back live. I'm looking to see if the stream's coming back up. I've got everything else back up. Yep, we're back live. We're good.
Choosing this time.
Hazard takes the inside. Joyce to the outside. Merzlak and Dixon row 2. Dixon snuck up there to 4th all of a sudden here. Involved in that first wreck. Darren Ingram and Zach Krastowski row 3.
Hey, Chris Pickett here with Fast 29. You liking what you're seeing right now?
I apologize. I don't know why I'm hitting that wrong button every time. I'm sorry.
It do be like that sometimes.
It do. Green flag back out. My goodness. Davey Hazard leads going into turn 1. Lap 14 of 200 laps. Top three have kind of broken away here. Hazard, Merzlak, Joyce, 75, 1, and 31. Joyce taking a peek to the inside of Merzlak off of 2. Merzlak got a little loose. Here comes that Lowe's ride to the inside. Can't quite clear him off of 4 yet. Clears him in turn 1. Joyce to second. Oh, Dewey got a little high off of turn 2, way back in the pack. He hangs on to it. You can hear him playing with the throttle a little bit there, going through 1 and 2.
Interesting conversation on the skater.
Yeah, we're going to keep that to ourselves for the moment. Merzlak kind of falling off of these front 2 now. Joyce is closed up on Hazard going into turn 3. Hazard clipped the apron just a little bit getting into 3. Oh, trouble. Off turn 4.
Tommy saved it.
Did he save it? Couldn't get back there in time. Austin Spencer's going around turn 1 again. Into the outside wall. They're staying green. Everything good. Oh, trouble on the front straightaway. It's Tommy Bordeaux. He blew up. Oh, no. Unbelievable. As you said,
Tommy's
boom or bust.
Playoff run continues.
As you said earlier, boom or bust. And this time it was definitely a boom of the engine this time that turned into a bust.
Definitely not the boom the 57 was looking.
Absolutely not. And again, Tommy, if you're watching this later on, I apologize we couldn't get your car on there, but I guess it's a moot point now.
To let the fans know what it was a throwback to Kurt Busch's Rubbermaid car. Beautiful looking car.
Oh, I feel bad we don't have
by
it.
Tommy Made.
Oh, classic. Man, I wish we could have gotten that on there. Trouble turn 1.
John Whitehill around.
Sean Whitehill. Another single car. He gets it going. We stay green. Back to the leaders. While we look at this battle here, let's go ahead and take a look back. This is the battle for 7th. Zach Krastowski trying to hold off Wong Do. It's about a straightaway back from the leaders. Austin Spencer drifts up high. Evidently, he's got an issue of some kind.
He's just getting out of the way of everybody.
I think he's pitting. Yeah, he's coming to the pits. He's actually going to... Yep, he's done for the night as well. Just doesn't have enough engine power after that wreck.
Oh. Well. I think Apex Motorsports would have preferred to have that car for future races, but anyways, Noah Joyce has taken the lead.
He has. It's been a good battle so far. Whitehill drifts up high, letting the leaders go by. Ooh, oh, Joyce catches the wall off turn 2. That's going to give Hazard back the lead there. Worry about some damage there on that 31, but he's coming back after Hazard here off of turn 4. Merzlach's closing up as well. I guess Joyce, looking at it going into turn 1 there, he doesn't have much damage on the right side there. Somebody up high in turn 1, it looked like might have been Whitehill trying to get out of the way again, and he ended up getting up in the wall.
They got me stuck up here in this tower booth, and the view of this track is just beautiful. You can see everything going on.
There's the view. This is where Dan's perched at this evening. See the whole track all the way around. Nice view there. The 57-hour energy tower cam. I'd like to welcome Austin Spencer to the broadcast. Might be able to talk with him later on, see how things were going there. Battle up front's kind of stabilized now. The top 3 are still relatively close together here, separated by half a second, first to third. My top 5's not working. Go figure. That's the night we're having right there. Well, let's see if the speed pass is working. How's that?
We'll have plenty of time to upgrade that tank.
There we go. We do have the speed pass going. There's Noah Joyce going off into turn 1. Get about 171 down into turn 1. Dipping down to around 143 in the middle of 1 and 2. Trying to pull away a little bit there. That one camera angle didn't do us any favors there with the speed pass, but that's okay. They're starting to pull away from Merzlach there now. Merzlach's fallen about 0.7 of a second back. Now it's 0.8 back. Top 5 is pretty much separated out from the rest of the pack as well. There's the top 5 separated by about 1.7 seconds, and then it's almost 4 seconds back to Zach Webster in 6th. Ingram and Dixon back there starting to close up on Merzlach a little bit. We'll drop back to them. Merzlach in the 1, Darren Ingram in the 3, Jeff Dixon in the 14. Seems like everybody's just kind of riding right now. I mean, we had pit stops, about 10, 15 laps ago under that last caution. Seems like everybody's trying to kind of save tires at this point. We've been kind of hearing that on the scanner a little bit. Everybody's just kind of riding. Oh, trouble. Noah Joyce into the inside wall on the front straightaway. Yellow's out. Oh, my goodness.
No,
what a crash on the front
Dixon.
straightaway. Oh, and Jeff Dixon's involved. The leader spins off turn 4 and takes out Jeff Dixon, who is running 5th. Oh, my goodness. Did we just jinx another one tonight?
How many times is Noah Joyce gonna have a race-winning car on one of these tracks and have something happen?
Just unloaded
he
on him.
He has that win at Daytona, but every driver wants that non-plate win to really show that they have what it takes. Noah's definitely proved himself. He's improved a ton, but just gotta shake that bad luck.
I'm just in shock right now. I mean, running up front, I don't know how much damage he's got, but he hit both the inside and outside wall and then got T-boned by Jeff Dixon very hard there. So we're just going to have to see what the pit crew can do for him. A lot of damage to the front end there. And then Dixon caught him in the rear pretty hard. Pit stops coming to lap 45. Like Davy's got a very early pit stall on pit road, almost by himself back there. Hazard's coming off pit road first, followed by Ingram, Merzlak, Webster, Doe, and Krastowski. Then Dixon in 7th. Henrietta Bordeaux comes off in 8th. She's had a quiet night tonight. After that hard hit with Antonio earlier, that thing's still rolling and in the top 10. And then there's Noah Joyce. Then Dewey Schramm. And then Sean Whitehill, I think, was the lucky dog. So they'll be everybody on the track will be back on the lead lap. So they've chosen. We've got Hazard and Ingram on the front row coming to the green. Coming to the TWB restart zone, Hazard takes the green. Gets a good restart there, pulls away from the battle for second between Merzlak and Ingram.
Noah Joyce almost took it 3 wide to the outside, and it looked like Dixon tried to block the move.
Joyce almost got in the back of Dewey off turn 4. Everybody's good. Oh, in front of them, it's getting a little racy there between Krasowski and Webster going into turn 1 as well, the two Zacks. Henrietta getting a little racy there with them, too. Joyce to the inside ever, though, down in the back stretch going into turn 3. She kind of lost her momentum there when she was looking underneath Krastowski there going off a 2. Joyce is charging to the front. Here he comes underneath Webster. Evidently, that car is not as bad as we thought. Joyce is already back in the top 5. That car ain't messed up too bad. Kind of reminds me of another Lowe's car that used to run here. Hazard, Ingram, Merzlak, Doe, and Joyce, your top 5. Quarter of the way through the race now. Trouble turn 2. Oh, it's Henrietta. Man, we cannot say anything about anybody tonight without jinxing them. This has not been a good night for the announcer jinx. I am so sorry for anybody that we're talking about.
I'm not. Take the L.
It is our last race of the season. We might as well just go ahead and just hand out L's left and right. Doe to the inside of Ingram. Ingram's having a little bit of connection issue from what we're hearing. He was having that issue last night in the truck race as well, so they're trying to get that issue tightened up a little bit.
Check out that top three. It's exactly who we said the top three was going to be.
Hazard, Doe, Ingram, with Merzlak trying to play spoiler. And look who's closing up behind him.
And
he is closing
here
that
comes
gap
Blaney.
quick. Here comes Blaney. Ingram back down to the bottom on Doe. Doe's kind of pinching him a little bit there. But look at that Lowe's car. He is coming, man. This would be exciting if there was, 10, 15 to go. But we still got plenty of time for Joyce to catch back up here. He's joined that battle, four-way battle for second here. Hazard is checked out on this group, but here's great battle for second. The 00 just came off the pit lane. She's going to be up in front of the leaders here. Hazard's going to try to sneak underneath her coming off of turn 2 here. Ingram taking a peek again to the inside of Doe. Got the fender alongside the 01 this time down the backstretch, going into turn 3. Wong trying to use that momentum on the outside to maintain that second spot. It's allowing Joyce to close up as well.
From my position, I couldn't tell if Darren got into Huang a little bit there or if Huang just got loose.
Nope, it was clean. Nothing there. All good.
All right. Either way, that let Noah get by, and Noah is immediately
Here he comes. Going for second.
pressure on him. And he's cleared.
Noah Joyce spinning out of turn 4 from the lead, falling all the way back to the tail of the field, and since the restart has already gotten back up to second.
Not only just spinning out from the lead, hitting the inside wall,
then the outside
wall, and then having Jeff Dixon destroy the rear end of his car.
They did report that they did have to shut the engine off in the pits, which usually means you've got engine damage. But evidently, that pit crew fixed something really good in that 31.
Oh, Zach Krastowski around off turn 2.
We've got it on the back straightaway there. No caution, single car. About the first 5 cars, once again, separated by about a second and a half here. I got to tell you, I know we jinxed her, but that 00 is still pretty decent. I know she's a lap down now. Well, actually, she's 4 down. But she's keeping up, learning a lot.
Noah Joyce is consistently faster every lap.
Yep, you can see he's closed that gap. It was 0.6 of a second 2 laps ago. It's down to less than 4. Now he's kind of inching up. That last lap, he's about 0.03 of a second faster. Looks like he got off the corner there off turn 2 a little bit better than the 75 that time.
Noah's got the car. I just can't help but to wonder if he might be pushing it too hard to make up for what happened.
He could be.
We still got a long way to go.
I am noticing that Hazard's coming off the corner a little bit, especially in turn 2. He's coming off the corner a little bit lower than Joyce. I don't know if that's by design or that's what he wants. Oh, boy, he slid in turn 1 there. Joyce did. You can kind of hear the tires squealing there going into turn 1. But you see how they come off of turn 2. Hazard's running like 2 lanes off the wall coming off of 2. Again, I don't know if that's just the way he wants to drive the line there or if that's just the only way that the car will handle because Joyce is running about a lane and a half up from him off the corner.
Noah's got a race-winning machine under him. I feel he just needs to ride around for about 100 laps. Be there at the end. He's already made all that track position back up. If he can stay up there in the top 3, then he could win this race.
Oh, absolutely. If the cautions fall his way, pit stops are smooth. A lot of variables, of course.
I don't even think the cautions need to fall his way.
If cautions fall. Let's put it that way.
Stops, it's got to have clean pit stops, obviously, but
and we know
he's right up there on Hazard. He just needs to kind of ride around and then make the charge at the end. Dewey Schramm all the way down to the inside wall on the front straightaway. Got loose off turn 4 and almost lost it.
He just caught the wall on the backstretch by himself as well. That right side of that Lycos machine all beat up.
Is Lycos even a thing anymore?
Go to it and let me know. I've got enough going on over here. One thing we do have to keep in mind, if this thing does stay green for a while and we get to green flag pit stops, as all NASCAR fans know, Dover is one of the most treacherous pit lanes to get on. And in the game, I feel it's even worse.
Matt Kenseth can attest to this.
It looks like Joyce is kind of, as you said, kind of content to just ride there right now. Ingram's closed back up on these two as well a little bit.
Wonder if Noah has the broadcast open in the background. Playing unintentional crew chief for that 31.
Oh, he caught the apron a little bit there in turn 4. He lost a lot of ground to Hazard there. Ingram closes up on him. That transition from the concrete to the asphalt in the corners is trouble. Front straightaway. It's Dewey Schramm.
Around.
Caution's out.
That's going to cause a caution.
Yep, caution is out. Well,
single car accident, but he was smack in the middle of the racing lane.
Never a good thing.
I don't know how that started, but I heard on the scanner, I believe Zach Krastowski was trying to pit and missed the entrance.
Yes, we got that
And
on
then
there.
Dewey Schramm spun right in front of him, and Krastowski did a great job not to hit him.
So here's Krastowski trying to come in the pits. He misses it. Yellow wasn't out at this point, but Dewey just spins off turn 4 right in front of Krastowski, hits the inside wall, comes back across, and hits the outside wall, doing his best Noah Joyce impersonation. Boy, I kind of... Give me just a second here. I want to see this from Krastowski's perspective real quick, because that was... I might need to send him a coupon for a new uniform here.
That's one race used uniform the fan doesn't want to buy.
So here's Krastowski's missed the pit road. Watch from the right-hand side of the screen. There's Dewey Schramm right across in front of him. No contact, and continues on. So this is the third time. We're catching on the scanner. This is the third pit stop in a row that Steven Merzlak has had issues with an air wrench. Every pit stop, they have said that they've had a problem with the air wrench. Something is messed up with that pit box, apparently.
It should be noted that Krastowski not hitting Dewey Schramm while he was spinning is huge, because Krastowski is a lucky dog. And if he had hit Schramm at all, he wouldn't have gotten his lap back.
Lucky dog in multiple ways. They are choosing here, and Darren Ingram making sure you know he took the bottom. So Davey Hazard controlling the start. Jeff Dixon alongside in second. Ingram and Merzlak row 2. Joyce and Doe row 3. Here they come to the TWB restart area. The second one. That's just the wall there. Off turn 4 to these lines right here. Green back in the air. Hazard again gets a great restart. Dixon goes way up high in turn 1. 3 wide off turn 2. Merzlak in the middle. Joyce down on the bottom.
Heard a report from the 31 team. Driver Noah Joyce saying no issue driving through the field, but once he caught Davey Hazard, he could tell that he was down on power.
Oh, he's definitely even with the 75. I'd like to see how he is on even tires with everybody here. One driver that seems to have had a little bit of a tough pit stop was the 01 of Huang Do, who was running up in the top 3 and 4. He's back in 6th now. Ingram again still having some slight connection issues off turn 2.
Oh, Dewey Schramm got really loose mid-turn and did a great job gathering it up.
That 36 has been squirrely all night. I noticed on the restart he was bobbing and weaving everywhere at the back of the pack. So definitely that Lycos machine is not handling well at all for Dewey Schramm tonight. In fact, he's fallen beyond the back of the pack now. Top 4, though, closing up. Look at this. They're right on Hazard. Ingram's right there. Joyce, Merzlak just behind. Dixon trying to close up as well.
It felt like not that long ago, we were saying we're 14 laps into this race, and I was thinking we're only 14 laps in.
We're 86
Oh
laps in now.
boy! And now the laps are just flying by.
Well, you get around this joint in 22, 23 seconds on a race setup run, so these laps will click off pretty quickly if we can maintain some green flag running here.
Best lap of the race is from Noah Joyce at a 21.54.
I'm not surprised at that, really.
Wild thing looking at the speed sheets, despite the fact that Darren Ingram is right on the bumper of the leader, he has the ninth slowest best lap of the field.
Everybody follow that? Ninth slowest best lap.
Yeah.
So of the fastest laps in the field,
fastest lap of the race.
He has the ninth. Okay, got it.
Yes. I could have worded that better.
Yeah, that was, yeah. Again, last race of the year. I got to give you some crap, right?
Looking at the fastest lap sheets, the only other driver that's
Ingram
in
to the bottom.
Noah Joyce's...
Hazard just got really tight into turn 3. Oh, it wasn't any contact or anything there, but Ingram just dove off into 3 and takes the lead away from Hazard. Teammate Noah Joyce follows through. Well, now
looking at the fastest lap sheet, the only driver that's been in Noah Joyce's zip code as far as fastest lap is Tommy Bordeaux, who is obviously out of the race.
Now my question is, when was Noah Joyce's fastest lap? Can you tell that? Was it after the wreck or before the wreck? Find that out and let us know.
Look into that right now.
Hazard comes back down to the inside of Joyce for second. Merzlak trying to close up, trying to keep that gap open so he can slide into third, but can't quite get there. Ingram, Hazard, Joyce, Merzlak, Dixon, your top 5.
His best lap of the race was on lap 9.
Oh, Henrietta hits the inside wall on the backstretch right in front of the field. I don't know who that was, but somebody almost T-boned Henrietta coming across the track. I don't know who it was, but Henrietta's down the inside here and it turns left. She was trying to get out of the way, and it turned left on her. Oh, Zach Webster just got down the inside. It wasn't quite as close as it looked like from the other angle. But, yeah, that was kind of a bizarre wreck there. Looked like she was just trying to get out of the way and ended up causing the yellow here. Lap 95. Coming up to lap 95. Pit stops. Sounds like a couple of the drivers are starting to have uniform issues. We won't go into detail, but there are some uniform problems. The 4th time for the number 1. My goodness. I have never heard of this happening before, but I'm going to repeat again. Every time the number 1 car comes into the pits, Steven Merzlak, he gets a message from his pit crew saying that they've got an air wrench problem. Every pit stop he's taken tonight. There has got to be... Do you think that's programming, like a glitch in the pit road? Because
it very well could be.
I'm surprised he hasn't had a loose wheel yet, but somehow he still comes out in the top 3. He's in 3rd, coming off the pit road.
Obviously, this doesn't apply to online racing, but at some tracks, pit boxes can be glitched to where if an AI, like no matter what AI gets that box, they will just be stuck in their pit box for like the rest of the race after the first time they pit. And I wonder if that's one of those pit boxes.
Definitely could be. It's unusual to have that for online racing, but definitely could be a possibility. Real quick, as I come to the green here, Dewey Schramm and Sean Whitehill both have black flags on that pit stop. They'll be starting at the tail end of the field as we come back to green. Darren Ingram leads him down to turn 1. Remember, Hazard's been really good on restarts, and here he comes outside. Now to the inside. Oh, he's going to try and return the favor on Ingram going into turn 3 from earlier. Gets a nose alongside. He's there off turn 4, and he clears him. Hazard back to the lead. I kind of have a sneaky suspicion that was a little bit of a message. Joyce closing up on his teammate. Ooh, Ingram got a little loose there off of 4. Joyce to the bottom. Fender alongside. Clears him. Joyce back to second. Going to try and close up on that martini machine at the front of the field. Everybody else single file back to the field. Sounds like everybody's going to try and start settling in again for a little bit of a longer run here. Again, Hazard with that little bit of a lower exit off of turn 2. Joyce to the outside again, just like earlier. Cross flags this time by. We're halfway home.
Oh, we're halfway there.
We're going to try to forget that happened. Joyce. Looks like Noah Joyce is trying to live on a prayer right now as he looks to the inside of Hazard. Oh, that was close, coming off a 2. Couldn't quite get there.
He doesn't have the acceleration off the corner, but that engine damage does help him get through the turns just a little quicker. If he could get the lead, then I think he would be okay.
Well, let's make a comparison real quick. Let's load the speed pass up. This is Davey Hazard coming off of turn 4. So we'll start taking a look at how much speed he's carrying. Down into turn 1, he's got about 172 before he backs off. In the middle of 1 and 2, dripping down about 150. Down the back stretch, got about 174 going into 3, and dips it down to about just right around 150 in the center of 1 and 2. Now here's Joyce. Yeah, he got a run on Hazard going into turn 1, so he had to back it off just a little bit. Trouble in turn 1, single car.
On Whitehill around.
Whitehill. Everything's fine. We're just going to focus on these leaders up here. Kind of see what Joyce has got. He's right on Hazard's back bumper here, down the front straightaway. They're pretty comparable, actually. He ran about a 171 at the end of the straightaway and running about 150. I was thinking maybe he was able to hold it a little bit more, have a little bit more throttle through the corner than what Hazard was, but they're pretty comparable. Again, it may be because he's right on him, too, so it's a little bit hard to tell. It's not like Hazard's going to let him go. So now we're really going to get an idea. Hazard goes way up high to let him go. So now we can kind of see definitively what Joyce has got as he retakes the lead here. He got 174 at the end of the backstretch. Yeah, he's about 2 mile an hour faster in the center of the corner than everybody else. So, yeah, with that damage, he might be able to hold it a little bit more. Oh, he got loose off a 2 there. So you may be right. Maybe able to get some more throttle through the corner and keep more momentum through it. Kind of looking back through the field here, just kind of see what we've got going as we're following the leader here. Following the leader in the corner. And here's the battle for second on back. Now looking rearward back from Noah Joyce back at that battle behind him. Looks like everybody's trying to, as we heard earlier, trying to conserve a little bit here. Looks like Hazard might be... Oh, we've lost Steven Merzlak, it looks like. Merzlak having some connection issues, so not for sure where he's gone. Again, we had issues here. We had issues here earlier where we lost our feed. Yeah, it sounds like we've lost Steven Merzlak entirely out of the server here, so unfortunate for the 4th place runner.
This is undoubtedly the hardest announcement I've ever had to make. We've lost Steven Merzlak.
Thank you, Mike Hilton.
The timing of this announcement could not be worse.
Great combo. Looks like he might have gotten back out there. He may not be coming back, actually. You would think by now he has dropped out of the server, so he would have an opportunity to hop back in. And that may not be happening. I'm trying to remember. He's in Pennsylvania. There were some storms in that area earlier, so I'm wondering if that's maybe what's going on there. Hazard's closed the gap up on Joyce here. Sounds like he has returned to the track now. Merzlak in the 1. They're going to be bringing him back up to 1 lap down. Sean Whitehill there in the 45, giving the leaders plenty of room going into turn 3. Well, I thought Merzlak came back on the track, but I guess he has not yet. Disregard. Hearing some information on the scanner that wasn't exactly accurate. Sorry about that. I sometimes wonder if they do that on purpose to us.
If I see that Mobile 1 car materialize out of thin air, I'll let you know, Chris.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Great battle here for the lead, starting to close up. Looking back at Davey Hazard in the battle cam. Looking back from Noah Joyce. He definitely gets that launch off the corner. Four cars, though, within 0.7 of a second here. Joyce, Hazard, Ingram, Dixon. Hazard's going to let him go. He's just conserving a little bit of tire there. Lap 122, come into lap 123. I think at this point, we can probably say Steven Merzlak is probably going to be out of the race at this point. Nope, he's back. He just came back in. So once they get Steven's scoring recalculated here, he will be battling for the lucky dog with Sean Whitehill and should be roughly around 10th once everything gets cycled out here. Top four still right here together. They've actually closed up on each other. It's now 0.4 between the top four. Great battle here at Dover. This kind of looks like the Bristol truck race last night. For those of you that watched that, it was several packs kind of close together all night long. Not quite the single groove racing that we're seeing here. There was several lines that would work. Byline for me, none of them really work for me. That's okay. Ingram to the inside of Joyce, battle for the lead. Ingram's going to clear him. Dixon comes to second. Hazard comes to third. Wonder if Joyce has cooked those tires a little bit. Ironically, the guy that hit him during that wreck earlier is now second and hunting for the lead. And Dixon is in that long shot battle for fifth in the points, too. Double zero lap cars just in front of the leaders again here. Ooh, Dixon catches the wall a little bit off of two. Here comes Hazard inside.
Merzlak has returned to the track.
So they're going to bring him up to one lap down.
If I understand what Noah just told me correctly, I think he only gets 10 laps back. So,
from what I've heard, he may not be coming back on the track now.
Well, he's already out on track.
Is he? Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Yep, he is back on track. Oh, I thought he had another connection issue. They were saying that he had fallen out again, but clearly there he is on the track. So we'll see how many laps they give him back to kind of figure out the scoring here, but we'll still stay up front here. We'll let you know, for those fans of Steven Merzlak, we'll let you know where he ends up cycling through here. If it is 10 laps or they bring him back up to one, we'll see. If it's 10 laps, he'll end up being 6 laps down in 11th. Is where he'll be right now. Oh, Ingram got loose off of two a little bit. Hazard takes a peek to the outside. Couldn't quite get there. That's going to shuffle Dixon back. He had to check up. Here comes Joyce to the inside. They're battling for third. I think they're still trying to get those laps back. So these guys were last in on lap 93, roughly. So there we go. We just got a word from the leader. He's coming in the pits this time. He's going to be the first one in. Let's see how well he does. Locks up just a little bit coming in. Hands the lead over to Davey Hazard. He'll be coming in next time by. So this is what we were talking about. How is everybody going to get on and off pit road? Krastowski comes in the pits. Spinner in turn 4. It's Hazard. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Joyce. He's in the middle of the track. Caution's out. Oh, and he gets T-boned by Zach Webster, and over he goes. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, goodness. Well, you have the highs, and then you have the lows. For those of you that want to write hate mail to me, fast29online@gmail.com. Coming into turn 3. Noah Joyce coming in the pits. Just locks up the rears going into turn 3. You can see Hazard kind of locks it up himself in front of him coming in the pit lane. And he's trying to get it straightened out, and Zach Webster's going to come along in the 95 and just couldn't cut it low enough and got him right in the door, and over goes the 31. Well, I don't know how that's going to affect that Lowe's car now. DJ from the chat, what do you think? He asked if that was pun intended when I said highs and lows. Anywho, Jeff Dixon leads them in the pit lane. So this is going to be... Okay, not for sure. Oh, no. So we've just gotten word that Steven Merzlak got DQ'd because the laps were not taken away. They were still counting the green flag laps. He had a black flag, I guess, coming off the pit lane from when he came back into the server. And when that happened, it was still counting those green flag laps, and after a certain period of time, the game will DQ you if you don't clear that black. And I guess when they were trying to clear all the laps to get him caught back up, They didn't get a chance to clear the black before that happened. So basically, what should have happened, I think, if I'm understanding this right, is they should have cleared the black flag first and then added the laps back. So that's pretty unfortunate there for the driver of the one. He's going to end up 11th in the standings tonight.
To explain the situation, I was adding Steven's laps back, and I guess he had a black flag while I was adding the laps back, and as soon as he posted he had a black flag, I put in clear black, and it said he wasn't serving a penalty, and then he said he got disqualified.
So definitely some sort of a glitch there. Yeah, we had a notification in the chat about that.
He said he couldn't get his Discord to launch, so I feel like that's just a product of not being able to communicate quick enough.
Yeah, that's exactly
what unfortunate.
We just got word from the driver of the one. This is a quote from him. I got a penalty, and they were scoring all my laps back, so it thought I ignored the black, and he got disqualified. Have you ever? No, I've never. What a way to end your night. Well, here we come. Davey Hazard on the front row. Jeff Dixon on the outside, coming to lap 143. Restart. Hazard again with a great restart going into turn one. This has kind of shuffled up the pack a little bit here. Got Hazard, Dixon, Doe. Then Webster. Dewey Schramm in fifth. Then the lap car of Zach Krastowski. Darren Ingram and Noah Joyce, they're battling for position behind him. That's the battle for sixth. That 4 is not on the lead lap. Oh, trouble. Turn 2, it's Ingram and Krastowski. Hard contact for the 3 into the outside wall. Well, there goes another leader down. Goodness gracious tonight. Ingram coming on the radio saying the car is destroyed. See what happened. Down to turn 1. Looks like, not for sure exactly what happened there. Boy, that's a hard hit there for that 3 to the outside wall. Whitehill does a great job of woeing it down. I need to get another angle at that because let's see if I can get a better angle coming off at 2 here. We started that a little late here. Let me back it up. So it kind of looks like, so Ingram's up against that outer edge of black there through the corner. Zach's kind of right there. It kind of looks like they both kind of came to the same spot. Ingram's coming down. Krastowski's coming up a little bit because Joyce was trying to make it 3 wide on the bottom. And off they go. View from the 57-hour Energy Tower cam, turn 1. Davey Hazard coming out the pit lane first. Should be choosing this time. So Ingram and Dixon back on the front row. Doe and Joyce row 2. Webster, Ingram row 3. Krastowski, I believe, is still, because he was involved in that last wreck. He's still off the lead lap in 4th, but he's still in row 4 alongside of Dewey Schramm. Coming to the restart zone. And green back in the air. Hazard didn't get quite the restart that he's gotten before. Still pulls out to about a 2-car length advantage over the battle for second. Doe comes up to second. Ingram takes a peek to the inside of Dixon. Grabs third, trying to grab second. So apparently that thing's not as hurt as bad as he thought it was as he goes into second place. I think the 3 and the 31 might have matching damage at this point. Coming to 50 to go. Dan, what do you think? Are they done with pitting?
Not a chance.
Are they done wrecking?
Not a chance.
10-4. You heard it from the man himself right there. Ingram closing up on Hazard down the backstretch, going into 3. Ingram to the bottom. Clears Hazard for the lead. Joyce not quite getting that run that he's gotten the last few restarts to try and crawl up to the field like he has been. He's still mired back there in 4th behind Jeff Dixon.
I don't think that damage is going to let him do what he was doing before.
I think the damage flip-flopped on the two teammates here, honestly, as Ingram's pulling it out. Drop back to the battle for second here. Hazard trying to hold off Dixon and Joyce. So like Hazard's going to let him go. Again, Hazard playing a little bit conservative with his tires. Now Dixon's starting to pull away a little bit from Hazard. We'll see if he can close up on Ingram any. They're pretty well mirroring lap times at this point. Dixon just a hair faster than Ingram. See what it is this time by. Yeah, he's about 0.05 of a second faster than Ingram right now. Hazard's closing back up on Dixon, though. Here comes the inside of Dixon down the backstretch into 3. And he's going to clear him for second. Joy's going to try and close it up, trying to grab third. Sounds like a few of these guys might be trying to stretch it. I'm hearing some coasting through the corners. Not sure who exactly it is. Dewey spun off turn 4. Dewey Schramm. He's on the inside here, letting the leaders go. All clear. We stay green. Now, there's definitely some guys trying to stretch this out. What you're hearing is not our feed cutting in and out. That's guys cutting off the motor, going into turns, trying to coast and save every ounce of fuel they can. Oh, we got trouble again. It's Dewey. Oh, and Henrietta Bordeaux's on the inside wall as well. Waiting to see if they're going to throw a caution. Henrietta's stuck on the inside here. If she keeps it down there, we're okay. She's rolling. We're good. That was a close one. We almost had one there. That would have changed the whole complexion of this race if that had gone yellow there. Now we got Dewey coming down, hit the inside wall in front of the leaders. He's slowing it down. I think he's going to park it. Yep, he's down out of the way. Yep, Dewey Schramm is out of the race now. So, Darren Ingram with a 1.8 second lead. The battle continues back here for second through sixth. Hazard letting Joyce go. That's for second. I want to give a call to a couple of guys at the back of this pack here. You've got Webster, Zach Webster, who's in sixth right now. He was involved in that earlier incident with Noah Joyce coming in the pits. And then Sean Whitehill, who's had a slightly adventurous night himself with a couple of spins. He's sitting in seventh back here. Both of those guys on the lead lap at the back of this pack battling for second potentially. Coming to 31 to go. Two NCM cars out front. Both damaged, but both still running well. Well, this may turn into yet another potential fuel mileage finish here. Could be who gets on and off pit road the smoothest. Hazard having a little bit of handling issues with that 75. Now you saw him kind of clip the apron there off of turn 4. Looks like he's trying to use that apron to get it to turn potentially. Definitely some guys trying to stretch this thing. Sounds like the 3 may have to pit pretty soon here. Ooh, Hazard clipped the apron there off of 2 just a little bit. It slid right out to the wall. Joyce is starting to close up on Ingram now, too, so I'm wondering if Ingram's starting to slow this pace down, trying to conserve a little bit here. Dan, have you seen what kind of pit stop sequence we've been looking at as far as how many laps between cautions we've had? Or actually, I take that back. We had that caution on lap 93. When did we start that green flag pit stop sequence? Do you remember?
I do not.
I'll have to see if we can find that out. I think it was about 40 laps, which if that's the case, they're going to have to pit with about 10 to 15 to go, I'm thinking. Even the guys that have been clutching it, there's no way that they can stretch it that far, I wouldn't think. I think these two guys here, they're just running it out, trying to get as far out in front as they can before they make that pit stop. This pit lane is so long and so slow with the pit speed. You lose so much time going down it. Joyce is definitely closing the gap on Ingram. It was 1.2 seconds three laps ago. It's down to 0.4. And they pulled away from Hazard and Dixon by almost 4 seconds. Noah Joyce pitted. We missed that. I apologize. He's on the pit lane right now. Second place runner. Final pit stop for the 31. 20 to go. The pit window's opened. So now the question is, how far are they going to stretch it? Joyce coming out of the pits off 2. So now that the first guy is pitted, again, how long are they going to stay out there? Sure, Joyce is going to be pedaling hard trying to get that lap. He's down 2 laps right now. He definitely needs to get one of those back. Battle for third starting to heat up between Hazard and Webster here down the backstretch. Still quiet on the scanner right now. Everybody just kind of riding this out. But they've got to be getting close. 15 laps to go. Joyce closing up on Ingram, trying to get one of his 2 laps back. Boy, he barreled it into turn 3 there. He's going to take it off turn 4. There's the difference in used versus fresh tires right there. Still none of the top 5 on the track right now coming in. Oh, Darren Ingram was coming in the pits, and he's missed it. He missed the pit lane. The leader He's going to have to go back around, lost all kinds of time off turn 4.
Yikes.
Now it's these three battling. Dixon, Hazard, and Webster. Got a spin on the back stretch, and it's Ingram again in turn 3. He's down out of the way. Second place in the points. Had a great shot to win this thing tonight, and it's all gone away. All right. Of these three now, there's 11 to go. Dixon, Hazard, Webster. Who's the first one that's going to be blinking and going in the pits? The scanner is silent. We don't know anything about their fuel mileage. We don't know what's going to happen with these three. These guys are definitely riding it out. New Dixon caught the apron there off turn 4. Ooh, that time Hazard clipped the apron going into turn 3. They have really backed the pace down. Ooh, Hazard got loose off a 4 to the start-finish line. Lost quite a bit of time there to Dixon. Zach Webster trying to close up on him. It's going to get interesting. They continue to slow the pace down. Krastowski in the pits. You saw him. Do they have enough? There are 5 cars in the lead lap. Those 3, Huang Do is in 4th, about 6 seconds back, and Sean Whitehill is about 13 seconds back. 5 laps to go. These guys are really starting to conserve as much as they can. The tension is building. Did they save enough? The lap times are above 23.2 seconds for these leaders. Webster's actually running 25s, or 24 and a half, I'm sorry. Hazard ran a 23.4. They're just trying to save every ounce of fuel they've got. Every bit of rubber. Did they do enough? This is shaping up to be a tension-packed finish. Webster falling way back now. He's still running, but he's falling way off the back of this pack. Two laps to go for Jeff Dixon. Coming around, they'll see the white flag. White flag. Jeff Dixon. He is just coasting through these corners now. Can he hang on? Hazard in second. Zach Webster's out of gas off of turn 2, the third place finisher, but here comes Dixon to the line. Jeff Dixon pulls off a fuel mileage finish here at Dover. As Noah Joyce does a Tony Hawk impression in turn 1. Hazard finishes second. Huang Do finishes third. Sean Whitehill comes across in fourth.
Despite
And
being
Zach
out
Webster
of gas,
is going to make it. He's going to finish fifth. Davey Hazard ran out of gas on the backstretch. Everybody's pretty much out of gas here. Jeff Dixon has just enough. Does he have enough to do a burnout? Let's see. He does. And wow. I'm very impressed right there. All right. We'll be back in just a little bit. We'll get the finishing order and get some interviews here on Fast 29. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Fast 29. USORL AlphaTauri Cup Series action from Dover is over. We've got Jeff Dixon with the win in a fuel mileage finish here at Dover. Davey Hazard finishing second. Huang Do finishing third. We'll go ahead and give you that rundown real quick here. Sean Whitehill comes out with fourth. Zach Webster ran out of fuel on the final lap coming off of turn 2, but he still gets a top 5. Noah Joyce, Darren Ingram, Zach Krastowski, Henrietta Bordeaux, and Dewey Schramm finished the top 10. All right, we're going to go ahead and take a look here real quick. We did get a quote from our winner, Jeff Dixon, and that quote was, "Me good at fuel saving in Dover." Definitely true, buddy. Great win tonight for the number 14 of Jeff Dixon. All right, we're going to try to see if we can get a couple of words from our second and third place finishers tonight.
Howdy.
All right, we've got Davey Hazard in here with us. Davey, congratulations on a good second place finish. Tell us about your run, bud.
Oh man. Well, I didn't. I mean, it was kind of same story as I think the previous week or last time I was in here.
Seems like every race that I've had recently, it's been fuel mileage. But go ahead.
I didn't run that well in practice. I mean, we had a decent race car, but we had a car that was set up for race pace, and I feel like we finished about where we deserved. I think we had a really good shot at a win had that not gone to fuel mileage. But it went to fuel mileage, and we still got a good finish out of it. And then so I'm just grateful that the fuel mileage that I'm just grateful that we weren't on the wrong strategy like a couple of those guys at the end there.
Yes, we were actually pretty surprised that you guys could stretch it that far. It was we were thinking maybe 30 to 40 laps max, and that last run was pushing 50. So it was pretty impressive that you guys were able to pull that out.
Yeah, a couple of the guys were talking post race, and Jeff was saying it wasn't easy, but it was you could save fuel without losing a whole lot of time here. So you could save more. You could afford to save a little bit more than you normally could at like another racetrack. Just the way this track is, you can kind of clutch it going into the corner, and you can clutch it well into the corner because there's so much banking. The car is going to be caught by the banking, so.
Yeah, it seems like the more momentum you've got, the more that thing will coast through the corners, and then you don't have to use as much fuel.
Exactly. Yeah, so it was just kind of like a lucky situation where a few guys noticed it and decided that they were going to go ahead and give it a shot, and it worked out, man. Yeah,
absolutely. Well, you've pretty much, I think with where everybody's kind of finished, I think Huang Do was probably the closest in points to you at this point. I'm just kind of doing some quick math, and I'm not that good at that. But you had a 31-point lead over Darren Ingram coming in. Huang was 36 back, and Huang finished behind you tonight, and Darren finished 7th. So I think you're pretty well close to locking this thing up next week.
Yeah, hopefully drop the green flag next week. We can finish out that race, and we can celebrate a championship. That'd be really nice after the last couple seasons were a little heartbreaking. So I'm pretty proud of my effort this season. I hope we can. I hope no extracurricular circumstances arise and we get 40 cars next week and I got to worry about it all of a sudden. But it's a good feeling. Yeah.
Well, I can speak.
That's it. I'm racing next week.
You can't, and I was about to tell Davey why. So me and him will not be there because we'll be in Indy watching what's going on. So
there you go.
Yeah. So you don't have to worry about us. I've already paid for my tickets. I don't know about you, Dan, But great run for you tonight, Davey. Congratulations on a second place finish and definitely pretty much a potential championship next week on JTN. We'll be looking forward to seeing it. Got anybody you want to shout out tonight?
First of all, thank you guys for putting on a broadcast. I'm sure you guys did a good job. I'll go back and rewatch the fun parts. Thanks to the USORL admins for putting on a good show, giving us a good Dover racetrack. All of my teammates, all of my future teammates, all my friends that I race with here, that makes doing this a good time. And last but not least, I know I have some family watching. I wanted to get a win, but I couldn't. But that race was for my grandfather who passed away this week. P2, he'd be pretty happy with that, I think. So anyway, yeah, just shout out to Pepe, rest in peace, love you, miss you, and yeah.
Well, definitely thoughts and prayers to your family on that. And
I appreciate it.
I'm sure he's looking down proud of you tonight. Absolutely. Davey Hazard finishes second tonight in the 75. Thanks, buddy. We'll see you next week.
Yes, sir. See y'all.
Good luck next week.
Thanks, buddy.
All right. We're going to see if we can get our third place finisher, Huang Do, in here. Huang, you got a copy, buddy?
Yeah.
Well, good to hear from you tonight. How was your run tonight?
It was pretty nice. We didn't have a top 5 car all night. I'm just happy to walk away with the top 3.
Absolutely, yeah. It came down to fuel mileage again, like it has been the last couple of weeks here for everybody. It seemed like you were one that was definitely able to stretch it as far as you could. That's always nerve-wracking when it comes down to fuel mileage, obviously, and you guys seem to be able to come out on the top end this time.
I started saving fuel at about the first corner of the last restart there. Man, I don't know how those guys save fuel in such little time, because I thought they were bowling until, I would say, like 10 laps after, until they noticed, this is about to be a fuel mileage.
Yeah, it seemed like, especially the 3 and the 31, Darren Ingram and Noah Joyce, they seemed like they thought everybody was going to have to pit, is what it seemed like, because they pulled way away from everybody else trying to get that gap. But everybody else seemed like they were already on that fuel conservation run. So I think that's kind of where everybody kind of got tripped up a little bit.
Yeah.
But still a great run for you tonight. You got anybody you want to shout out to tonight?
No.
Okay, 10-4. All right. That's on go right there. Hey, I think that puts you up into second place in the points going into Homestead. How do you feel about finishing there? Do you think you got a shot to do that next week?
Hell no.
No? You don't think you can hold off Darren?
No.
No? All right. Well, hey, positivity. We're looking for it all the time, Wong Do. Congratulations tonight. Good third place run. Thanks for talking to us tonight.
Thank you.
You got to love Hong. A man of few words. All righty. Well, some final thoughts from Dan Asher tonight. Anything? No. Not at all? None? There you are. No? Yeah. Truer words have never been spoken.
Chase Briscoe did nothing wrong.
You have to be more specific. You talking Bristol or Indy?
Indy.
When you ran over Hamlin.
Indy. Bristol was not the smartest move on his part, but I mean, at least he went for it. Just didn't stick.
It's a good race, though. It was good. It was a good run for him.
I mean, if anyone out there thinks they have it rough as a race fan right now, just know that the last 3 Cup races I've went to was Indy 2021, Bristol Dirt 2022, and the Coca-Cola 600 2022. What's the common denominator between all those 3, Chris?
Briscoe in contention has problems.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Running in second is going to win Indy. Gets Hamlin.
Running
in second at Bristol. Goes for it. Doesn't stick. Running in second at the Coke 600. Car spins out. I want to kill myself.
Well, don't do that.
So
hopefully it'll be better this weekend.
No. He's going to be running second this weekend, or probably have the lead and then blow up on the last lap. I mean, let's be real.
10-4, we appreciate your positivity right there.
I have no positivity, man. I was told by people that when Briscoe and Larson were fighting for the lead in the Coke 600, everyone was pulling for Briscoe, and Zach Webster is just like, guys, Dan is at the race. Something's going to happen.
Something's going to happen. That's it.
Yep.
Well, just so everybody knows, we will be taking next week and going to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for our second year in a row. We're going to be hanging out there with the I'll be going to the IndyCar and Xfinity race on Saturday, and Dan will be up there for both races, so we're excited to do that again. We get to hang out with the Fast 29 crew in person. That'd be fun. Definitely want to take some time here just real quick here at the end of this broadcast. Obviously, this is going to be the last one for Season 8 for the Cup Series for us on Fast 29. But I do want to give a shout-out to a couple people. Joe from JTN, got to thank you, man, for everything that you've done to get us off the ground. Taught us a lot getting things going. Definitely appreciate it. Don't know if he was watching tonight, but hope he at least goes back and watches us later. But we definitely appreciate that. Dan for stepping aboard and hopping on here with me in here in the booth. Definitely appreciate you, buddy, and hopefully we can continue this going into the next season. We've got the USORL X Series coming up. I believe that starts 2 weeks after the finale, I believe, if not 1 week after. I can't remember exactly if they're taking a break for a specific period of time between those, but definitely.
It starts when it starts.
It starts when it starts. So we'll just pay attention, subscribe. Once we go live, you'll know. So there we go. We'll send out some information, probably send out a hype video once we get that going. But definitely want you to tune in to JTN next week for Homestead for the finale of the USORL AlphaTauri Cup Series. It's going to be one heck of a show, so definitely tune into that. But for now, we're going to take you to some highlights from this season here on Fast 29, our first abbreviated season. We definitely appreciate everybody that's taken the time to watch our videos this year. Looking forward to continuing this thing going on into the next seasons and other series as we keep on going in the USRL. So we definitely appreciate it. God bless you. We'll see you next time. For now, here's some highlights.
Signing out.
Catches the wall off turn 2 a little bit, almost gets sideways. He's going to lose a little bit of time going into 3. Sidnor to the bottom. Malin trying the outside again. They've got the fuel. Who's got the run? Catches the wall off turn 4, but he's not going to get there. Sidnor takes the win. Tyler Malin finishes second. That's going to kind of make him lose. Here comes Merzlak gets to the side of Malin. Around they go. Big crash. Doe's involved. Joyce. Pace. Pace takes out Merzlak hard in turn 2. Webster involved. Big Weaver catches the wall off too. They bunch up big time behind him. But the battle's up front. Ingram trying to hold off Barnes. Barnes all over Ingram down the back straightaway. But Ruiz trying to stay out front. Barnes to the inside of Ingram. They make it to the white flag. This will be it. No more attempts at a green-white checker. Whatever happens, happens. They come to the checker. They come to the line here. Not the checker, just the white flag. 1 lap to go for Ruiz. Ingram going to still try to hold off Barnes. There's trouble in turn 1. We'll look at it later. Don't worry about it right now. Battle's up front. Can Ruiz hang on for his first win? Antonio Ruiz down the back straightaway. Ingram going to try and close up at turn 3. He's left Barnes a little bit. Ingram to the outside. That's going to slide him up. Here comes Barnes to the inside. That's going to leave room for Ruiz to come off turn 4. Here they come. Antonio Ruiz off turn 4 for the final time. He's looking at the checkered flag. Antonio Ruiz wins at Indianapolis. White flag up.
Real close. One more shot.
Allen takes the win here at Bristol. The dominator this evening, the 57 TWB Toyota Camry of Tommy Bordeaux. He takes La Riviere. Malin couldn't get there. Malin off turn 4. Tyler Malin wins here at Rockingham. Off turn 4. Tyler Malin takes the deal in blackjack, and it comes up 21. He wins at Las Vegas. Sidnor to the inside of Lovell. Can't quite get there. Lovell drifts up the track. Here comes Sidnor to the inside for the lead off turn 4. White flag in the air. Lovell catches the wall just a little bit. Joyce Barnes to the inside. Lovell falls back to 4th. Sidnor catches that wall just perfect coming into turn 1. Joyce, though, gets on the inside, catches the apron. He's alongside down the back straightaway for the final time. Barnes in 3rd, trying to figure out if there's a way to do it. Joyce trying to do the same thing he did in the lights race. He barrels it in there and spins, catches the outside wall. He's going to fall back. Sidnor comes off turn 4, but Barnes to the inside. Barnes can't quite get there. Finish at the line. Sidnor, Barnes. What a finish here at Darlington as they pile it up in turn 1. What a great finish.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.